What's going on, guys? Today we are looking at Inform Vardy. And overall, 84 rated, 92 pace, 84 shooting, 66 passing, 79 dribbling, and 79 physical on this card. Looking at the price of him, anywhere between 40 to 50k on both consoles. Relatively not a bad striker. Obviously, he's gone from an 82 normal rare card, and then he also does have the League SBC at an 86, which again, if this card is an 84 and is pretty decent, I can only imagine that one is just as good. But obviously, you will have to complete all of the League SBCs. Really, it's a lot of money to do that, so I would probably just stay with this one. Looking at his basic information, we've got a 3-star skiller, 3-star weak foot, so not the greatest in general, but we can still work with that. He's right-footed, 5'10", and he's got a high attacking and defensive work rate. So personally, for me, very average basic information. Obviously, the 3-star weak foot, 3-star skiller is a little bit of a downgrade because you could get the 4, but we can work with that. I think the weak foot I could probably deal with. 3-star skiller, I could probably say that his pace would overdo that, but it's always nice to have them skills in your locker, especially if you are someone who utilises them to the best of the ability. So that's okay. We've seen better, but for a striker of this calibre, we're okay. 92 pace, like I said, going into the attributes, 93 sprint speed, and 90 acceleration. Personally, that is fine. Very quick striker. Obviously, we already know Vardy. That is pretty much standard for him. I wouldn't touch that with any chem style. I'd say that is just as good. That is enough. Then we have the physical of him, 88 stamina, which is fantastic, especially for a striker. The high attacking and defensive work rate really doesn't matter too much with, obviously, the custom tactics. I find that he practically stayed up front for me, so that is perfectly fine. 94 aggression, obviously, he's going to be that little pit bull up front, which is always nice. Wins the tackles, wins all of that, which again is really good for a striker. He's got 90 reactions as well, just to definitely note that one down. Really good to use that as well as his pace. He does react to balls and he will go and basically fight people for it. So very nice there. 84 composure, decent, I'll take that. The dribbling overall, apart from them two stats, is very average. I think you've got 3 77s and a 76, as you'd have seen on the screen. But the shooting is where it's at for me. 84 shooting with obviously a chem style, you could get that up to at least over a 90, which we'll delve into in a second. But he's got 88 positioning, finishing, and shot power. The long shot 69, not too fussed about that, to be honest. He's quick enough to get into that box, so obviously you really want to utilise him kind of just outside the box and in the box. Anything a bit further, probably wouldn't waste my time shooting with him. 85 volleys, 80 penalties, again, that's pretty fine. So looking at what you'd want from this chem style, personally, finisher is a no-go, just because if you put marksman on, it gives you the exact same and you get an extra free dribbling. So if you just put a marksman on, you'd get 92 shooting, 82 dribbling, and 83 physical. That for me is very nice. Obviously, the only other realistically one that I'd probably put on there is a sniper, just because that would give you 90 shooting, but then it gives you 86 dribbling. So to me, I possibly would go for the marksman, just because it gives you that dribbling, that little bit of an increase, but it also gives you the physical aspect as well. So with that applied, you'd get 93 positioning, 98 finishing, 93 shooting, shot power, 79 long shots, and 95 volleys, as well as 85 jumping, 73 strength, 99 aggression, and then it'd also give you 81 agility, 95 reactions, 82 ball control, and as well as dribbling. So for me, the marksman chem style is definitely where it's at for Vardy. Literally, if you look at this card from the overall, it does look very nice for an 84. Realistically, if you just strip this card down, get rid of the chem style, personally, the stats don't really scream an 84 for me, apart from when you add that chem style. You've got 92 pace, which is fantastic. The 84 shooting, which is good. Obviously, there is plenty of strikers in this FIFA at the minute. So, personally, for me, there is plenty that would go above this card. But for a 40k card, if you're going for the BPL English League, I'm pretty happy with him. Obviously, you could pair him up with a few other players. Personally, I would go for someone who's more of your hold-up striker, maybe even Harry Kane. Not actually used Harry Kane in this FIFA, so I'm hoping he does get a special card soon, so I can definitely give him a go. Other than that, I think I want to try Giroud out as well. I've always liked Giroud for that hold-up role. I know necessarily he isn't the greatest striker. He reminds me very much of more of a lower version of Benzema. More to the feet, and he's got a wicked shot on him, but it just necessarily doesn't have the skill moves, the pace, the dribbling. He more has the shot, the one-time finish. That's how I want to see that. So Giroud may be one that I do very soon, but I'd personally put Vardy up with a hold-up striker, or if you've got wingers, definitely go for them. Not the tallest in the area, in the box, obviously. 5'10", so I don't know how good he would be at possibly being that lone striker up front, possibly heading. Personally, that wouldn't be how I'd play with him. I would like definitely to have two strikers up front with him. So overall, really happy with his pace. I think that is fantastic. That's a given really with Vardy. Very, very quick striker. His finishing, I'd say, would be more on the average side when it comes to shooting. But then you add the chem style on, and I actually was really impressed with this card. Dribbling wise, wasn't fantastic. Was mediocre, I'd say. I wouldn't say average. Mediocre with the dribbling. I thought out of the whole dribbling stat, the reactions was very noticeable. Obviously, he is quick, and then the reactions alongside the aggression, I thought he was a very determined striker, and he did manage to win the ball back quite a bit. Obviously, I got him in the red picks, so I'm pretty happy with that. Not the bestest red picks in the world, but I'll definitely take it, as he is a striker that necessarily has got a name to him, which is really nice. The composure on him as well, 84, was again happy with that. Didn't think that he squandered too many chances. Wasn't entirely clinical for me, but I still think as a striker, especially if you're going for possibly a budget striker, something like that, he's definitely up there with a few players I put in mind, especially in the BPL kind of section as well, because I know a lot of people do like not necessarily to do the hybrids and stick to a league kind of squad, and personally I do prefer that as well. I know my team at the minute is full of just random leagues, but I must admit I do prefer the league squads rather than the hybrids. But overall rating, I'm giving him an 8.2. I think he's fantastic overall as a striker. I just think that necessarily for the price, for the rating, obviously there is plenty out there that you can get for at least, 40-50k that are decent. One that comes to mind that's going to be up tomorrow is second form Belotti. So stay tuned for that, because that is going to be a fantastic review. I was really impressed with him, just as a little snippet. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to give me a like, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Make sure you subscribe for more content. It's going to be blasted out. Hopefully we'll get Fut Birthday and some other promo very, very soon. And then we're striving on for Team of the Season, which is coming up at the end of the year. Or actually not the end of the year, end of the FIFA year. I think it's just mid-April, I want to say. So keep in tune for that, as we're going to be trying to do as many reviews as possible. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all again next time.